Hi, this is Stacy from Stacy Ellis Design. This video is here to show you how to make felted balls out of roving. If you purchased my kit on Etsy, thank you for purchasing it. Let's see what you got with it. You've got instructions on how to create the balls. You also have a large-eyed needle and cord for stringing the balls. And then you have 5 colors, beautiful colors, of roving. Each color should provide enough roving to make 5 approximately 1-inch balls. The first thing that we need to do is split up the roving. You have to excuse me, I'm outside. Okay, so here's the piece of roving, and we want to split it first in thirds. So you can be more exact than this, but this is not a science, and it's going to be not exact. So I want to split it right here. So what I do is put my hand on either side of that mark and pull. And then I want to do the same thing again, either side of that place, and pull. So now I have 3, and I want to split these in 2, each of them, so that I have 6 total. You can kind of see a place that you can guide you to pull. I'm going kind of fast, so yours are probably going to look better than mine, a little more even. And I'm going to have 6. 5 of these will be used to make balls, and one of them I call the modification roving. So let's just put 1 over here for modification, remove the others, and just keep 1 to make the ball. Before I make the ball, let's talk about roving. This roving is from the merino sheep. It's cruelty-free. The roving is washed, dyed, and combed. And what we need to do is add friction to tangle these fibers, because they've all been combed. Once we tangle them, they will turn into felting. Much like if you tangled your hair a lot, you could end up with dreadlocks. Now, what you need to provide is friction, which you'll do with your hands. Here's some warm water. And then soapy water, because soap will also help tangle the fibers. And then I have something to catch the liquid in. The first thing I do is I split the merino almost to the end, and then I just start wrapping it around itself, perpendicular each time I wrap a new strand. It's kind of tight, not overly tight, and I do that until I run out of fiber to wrap. And then what I have is what I call a little package. I put it in my palm. I close my palm. I keep my palm closed, not tight, but I keep it closed so that the package won't just fly open, especially when I add some soapy water. So I add some soapy water, and I start to roll. And I roll, I'm not pushing down real hard on the ball, but I'm not letting it get too gigantic. This is something you just get a feel for. You also get a feel for how soapy you want your water to be, because if you have too much soap in there, you're going to start feeling like you're not adding much friction. You can always squeeze some out and put some warm water on top and keep rolling. I'm not going to keep rolling until this is done, because you don't need to watch that. But you will need to roll until it feels like you can open your hand, and it'll feel like you already have a ball. You can feel it, right? Okay, there's a couple things that can happen. You can end up with a perfect ball because you have a perfect life, or you can be like other people, me, and one of the balls maybe turns out too small. So I have one that's too small here, and I need to make it bigger. To do that, I just take some of the modification roving, and I wrap this ball in it. And I kind of wrap it in all kinds of directions, because I'm going to make it into a bigger ball. Wrap it, put it in the palm of my hand, add the soapy water, and start to roll. And you roll enough and this will become a bigger ball. Oh, now my hands are very soapy. Maybe a little too soapy. Roll, roll, roll. Okay, I'm not going to finish this. You're just going to have to trust me. Another thing that can happen is you can end up with a fold that looks something like that. And if you don't want that fold, then what you can do is you can take some of the modification fiber and just go perpendicular to the fold, wrapping around so that you don't see the fold anymore. And then once again, you can just start felting that so that you have a nice smooth ball. So those are 3 things that can happen. Perfect ball right off the bat, a ball that's a little small, or a ball with a fold that you don't want. Or maybe you want to wabi-sabi it and keep the fold. Now, the next thing that needs to happen is you need to string your balls. And you might want to use some pliers. I have some needle nose pliers to help me pull the needle through the ball. So I've already threaded the needle. And now I just need to show you a ball. Here's the ball. And I just put the needle through it. I'm pushing against this because I don't care about this. But even then it's kind of hard to get it to come through, and I just pull it with my needle nose. I'm going right. Just to get it through. I measure off about 3 inches from the edge. Now I could put a knot here and a knot here, or here's another option, is I can put 1 knot. The reason I can use just 1 knot is I catch a little bit of fiber here, and then I create my knot, and it won't move because it's actually kind of sewed into the ball right at the end. There you go. Then I just start my next ball. Have fun. Check out my Etsy. Also, check out Lillian Peabody, because she's who taught me. And she makes roving blankets that are beautiful. And also, special thank you to the 11-year-old that helped me make the video, Julian Morales. That 1-week class of movie making has really paid off for me. He took it, not me. Okay, thank you so much. Bye. Okay, let's go.